Eazy-E took you on his first tour, I guess?
Straight Outta Compton.
Straight Outta Compton tour.
He personally, I got the call from Eazy. Eazy, I want you to go on tour with me, so.
Because he was a fan.
We had the hottest singles out on the West Coast at the same time. Freaky Tales and Boys in the Hood were out at the exact same time.
You're right.
That would have been, 88. And then they made Straight Outta Compton, and it just came out smoking hot.
Yeah, Life is Too Short came out right
and
after that.
I dropped Life is Too Short, and they're like, pretty much was a no-brainer. Like let's grab that guy and go.
Right.
But I was not as big of an artist going on that tour as I was coming off that tour. When I went on the tour, I had sold about 300,000 records. It was my first time doing big numbers. As I was on the tour, I sold another 500,000 copies on tour. And then when I got back off tour, we had no social media, so the rumors went out. Rumors, remember those?
Too Short got killed.
Yeah, they said I got shot in the head in the crack house, and I sold another 500,000 records on like dead vigils and shit. And so, I always gave Eazy-E a lot of credit for putting me on that platform, that stage that got me to be a platinum artist.
Right, and you guys were actually pretty close. You would hang out a lot.
Yeah, we would do the after the show shit and move around. I don't really remember Dr. Dre ever really after partying it up with us, but Eazy was about that life. He was like, either if he was gonna be, he was either gonna be fucking some bitches or look where we going,
Look how many kids he had.
Eazy liked to fuck. I'm assuming he really liked to fuck.
And he didn't use condoms. He talked about, in a Howard Stern interview, he said he don't use condoms.
Okay, I didn't see that interview, but at the same time, he fucked a lot of.
Look how many kids he had. In fact, new kids pop up. I mean, all the time. I interviewed Lil Eazy, and he told me about some new brother he found out about recently that has the same name as one of his other kids. I guess there's another Eric. There's 2 Erics.
I looked at his picture and I was like, wow, his name said Eric Wright. So, it was a long story. His mom kind of just vanished off, went to Memphis, So he lives in Memphis. He's originally from Inglewood, so just vamped off when he was young. And he just wanted to reach out. He's a truck driver. Just wanted to reach out before his mom passed away to get closure to his family. So it was kind of touching, And it was cool, It just kind of, was got to get that brother vibe real quick, So that was an extra addition to my father's family, kids.
So Eazy had 2 sons named Eric.
Real talk. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy when you really think about it.
Yes, most definitely.
Eric 1 and Eric 2.
Really.
Well, you were the first Eric.
Firstborn.
You put out there what you want. So one of Eazy-E's most famous lines was, he let the girls on the song, was it Eazy Does It or one of them, I don't know, and it goes, we want to fuck you, Eazy. He like, I want to fuck you too. He ran that shit. That was a big part of the show, because the music dropped, all the ladies in the crowd go, fuck. And then he would say in his show, he would say the name of the hotel very nonchalantly. He was like, yeah, we was over at the Marriott across the street. Everybody's coming to the Marriott after the show. Like Eazy was a real player.
Well, you don't believe that he died from AIDS?
I don't, because of, just conspiracies. And
as much as he was fucking and he wasn't using condoms, because you could tell with all the kids, as much as he was fucking all the groupie chicks that were fucking everybody else.
It's not about did he contract AIDS from a female or something. It was just about the disease. And, he, at the stage where people start being affected by AIDS and things start breaking down, there's a deterioration period that you go through.
Well, he was sick for a while. He had like a pneumonia kind of thing going on for a while.
And then they slid him into this induced coma, and then he slips away and shit. And it's like, people hang on for a long time, and they don't go.
Not back then, they didn't. There was no combination drugs and cocktails and shit like that. That came later.
I just feel like I have my conspiracy theories, man.
And you're sticking to them.
Yeah, man, you know.
Nothing I can say is
George Bush Sr. was mad at him. The FBI was mad at him. You remember he went to the White House dinner?
Yeah.
And then he kind of made fun of it a little bit after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Like, George Bush Sr. was the head of the CIA before he was vice president.
And later on president.
If he wanted to knock you down, he could knock you down with suicide, cancer, AIDS, car wreck, heart attack.
Yeah, I just don't think Eazy was a priority on George Bush Sr.'s list, you know?
But also, he was the leader of the group that was influencing white kids to use the N-word and
fuck the police.
He was,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And as you look at Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and what was the reason why you wanted them dead? What was the reason why anybody would want them dead? Is because they had a large audience and they were saying shit that somebody didn't want them to say. That's what Biggie did. That's what Tupac did. That's what Eazy did. That's what Pimp C did.
Yeah, I'm not a big conspiracy theory guy.
Talk that shit that affects politics.
I try to connect the dots. You know what I mean? Like,
well, man, you probably the same guy who will sit here and go, every fucking politician that died, like, mysteriously, it was justified. Every goddamn heart attack, plane crash, and fucking car crash and suicide was exactly what it was.